Yo, what's up? It's your boy Devin Styles, aka Nerd Boy, aka Dark Skin Pretty Boy, aka Luke Ribcage, aka Stilo Dev, aka Devin Zoolander, coming all the way live from my domicile. And tonight, I'm gonna talk to y'all about a subject that gets on my damn nerves: snow. I'm so sick of this snow. I live in Pittsburgh, right? We got about 5 to 8 inches of snowfall that's going to accumulate by tomorrow morning, and I'm just sick of it. I don't like the snow at all. As a kid, I used to really enjoy the snow. When you're like 5 or 6 and you're seeing snow for the first time, it's the best thing in the world. It's like this white dirt is on the ground and you get to throw it at people and people think that it's funny. Like, that's how I was introduced to snow. And sledding was really cool. I like sledding. One time I went snow tubing, because I went to a predominantly white school and they had a field trip, and that's what we did. So I guess I was lucky in a sense, even though now that I'm older and black and I realize that I'm a summer baby, I don't really like the snow as much. But let me go back to my childhood. So yeah, I had some pleasant memories of snow when snow first dropped in my life. But then things started to happen. Snowball fights. Snowball fights are still fun. Nothing wrong with that. But snowball fights are only fun when you have an army, you have a crew with you that's willing to buck for you. You know what I'm saying? When the rival third graders are throwing snow at you and they want to get at you and take your lunch money and embarrass you in front of the girl that you like and you secretly have a crush on. Yeah, then it stops being as fun. And then, growing up in the ghetto, for some reason, those of us that grow up in the ghetto, we feel like whenever we see a public transportation bus, or in our case, growing up in Philly, it was called SEPTA, that means that we're supposed to pelt these buses with snowballs. And when I was with my friends and we was being bad and everything, and we was throwing snowballs, it was like, yeah, this is ripping fun. Yeah, this is great. But then it got to a point where I would be riding on the school bus, and kids would be throwing snowballs at me. And when you're 8 or 9, it's kind of funny. But then when you hit 15 or 16 and you're still on the school bus, you're like, this ain't really it anymore. So you're starting to get tired of it. And then another thing happened. At 12 years old, my family, we moved next door to my grandparents. And that was a great experience because whenever we would accidentally lock ourselves out the house, we would forget our keys at school or something, then it was always nice to go over their house because they were the best cooks in the world. They had cable, which was a big thing. And they showed us so much love and we really appreciated that. That was my favorite place to go growing up. But one of the drawbacks to living next door to your grandparents is that when they need help with something, they're going to call on you. And part of that was shoveling snow. And we hated shoveling snow because my grandfather, Pop, God rest his soul, he had this thing about being extremely meticulous about everything that he did. And one of those things that we hated doing was shoveling snow, not only because we had to shovel our side and we had to shovel their side, but he wouldn't just let us shovel snow and let us figure it out on our own. He always had to be overseeing everything to make sure that we were doing it the right way. So I know me and my brother, we would have to get up like 5 or 6 in the morning before we called the school bus, and we'd be shoveling snow. Get a little rhythm. We didn't really care what we were throwing the snow or anything because we just wanted to get the job done so that we could go to school and forget about the fact that we had to shovel snow. But for our Pop, that wasn't good enough. So 5 or 6 in the morning, this old man comes out the house. What are you doing? Oh, you're doing it all wrong. You're doing it all wrong. And he would start telling us, he would start shouting out things from the steps, and we'd be like, yo, old man, would you just go back in the house? Let us do this real quick. But that was never good enough for him, so he would actually put his coat on, come down, show us how to do it the right way, and then after he was done, he would hit us with this. It's all in knowing how. It's all in knowing how. Goodness, he was annoying. But you know what? It is what it is. Then I got older, got my driver's license out here in Pittsburgh. I didn't get it until I was 25 years old, so I was happy to finally have my driver's license until the snow hit. And so many dumb things happened. Can I tell you one of the dumbest things I ever did because of the snow? So one time it snowed back in 2012 or 2013, one of those years after I got my first car. And I took a scraper, and you know how the scraper is just supposed to go across the windshield because it's only for glass? Well, me, My dumbass started being like, oh, well, how about I just go across the body of the car, the hood of the car? The stupidest thing that I ever did. Because, wait, before I continue, can I turn my hat backwards? Thank you. Okay, I reloaded. All right, here we go. So I did that dumb shit where I went across the body of my car with a scraper, and it was just like the stupidest thing in the world. And that's how you could tell I wasn't really used to being a car owner. And now that I think about it, how many times did my grandfather or my mom say, hey boy, go ahead and get that snow off my car? I probably was scratching they shit up like all throughout my youth. But when they would ask what happened, I'd probably just be like, no, I don't know, Pop. I mean, maybe those are just some dents, some scrapes and scratches that you had from before. I don't know. We used to make up stuff. But fortunately, my Pop, he was a little bit older, so he couldn't get with us like he probably got with my mom and her siblings and everything, because if he was in his heyday, he probably would have had something to say like, yo, what's up, money? You messed up my car. What's good with you? What's up with you? I mean, he didn't really talk like that, but he was more of a jazz head, so it'd be more like this. Anyway, yeah, I did some dumb stuff with my car. But I gotta say that living in Pittsburgh and driving up hills is just one of the most disrespectful things in the world, because I already live in a cold weather city. I already have to deal with snow and ice, and on top of that, I have to deal with hills. And it's gotten to the point now where if there's anything on the ground, I just try my best to avoid. If I can't see any asphalt anymore, then I don't even want to drive at all. And I know y'all out there in Pittsburgh or cold weather cities, y'all can relate to this. And you know what? I can't even stand Christmas songs that have snow in them anymore. So all of that, walking in a winter wonderland, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, all those kind of songs, like I just can't stand talking about snow. The only snow song that I will moderately tolerate is Let It Snow by Boys to Men. I digress. Let it snow, let it snow, outside is cold, but the fire's blazing, so baby, let it... Hold on, Snow, you gotta do it like that, because that's how they would do it. But I like that song a lot, but most songs that talk about snow, I can't stand it. What the hell is wrong with you? All snow does is make our cars ashy, so I just get tired of it. And I even remember driving for Uber, and I would drive around some passengers that were visiting Pittsburgh on business, and they had never seen snow before. And they would be so hyped, like, wow, you guys get snow. Wow, this is so great. I wish we got snow where I'm from. And I would just be thinking, like, damn, if he don't stop talking, I'm gonna reach back and slap the shit out of him. That's how I used to feel when the passengers used to talk about snow, knowing damn well they was going back to their tropical climates of down south. They was like from Houston or out west in the Bay or something like that. And they would just be like, yeah, you guys, I mean, you get snow. I've never seen snow before. I used to be like, man, if you don't sit your dumb ass down. I used to hate that. Like, it used to really, really get on my nerves. But, oh well, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. But I want to hear from you. How are you all coping with the snow? Is it bringing you down too? Because it's bringing me down. This has been another vlog with your boy, Devin Styles, a.k.a. Nerd Boy, a.k.a. Dark Skin Pretty Boy, a.k.a. Luke Ribcage, a.k.a. Stilo Dev, a.k.a. Devin Zoolander, coming all the way live from my domicile. All right, peace.